are the three biggest mistakes dads make when talking to their kids about sex? We're going to answer that question coming up.
And I've been talking about this for a couple years, and I'm not the first guy to talk about it, but I think there's three mistakes that we make as dads. I'll list them real quick, and then we can dive in one at a time. Number one, we play defense only. We play defense only. Number two, we reduce the purity conversation to just sex, which is a mistake. And the third is we wait too long to have the conversation.
I say this all the time that I think every kid needs to get punched in the nose, and figure out that, it didn't kill you. You'll be okay.
Which the number one just cardinal rule, don't email a coach on behalf of your player. If they're 17, 18 years old, they can do it themselves.
Actually, the sad part about it, back when I first met my wife back in 1994, I was actually sporting the mullet with like the curly ends.
Sure enough, we did get fired, and I went for a couple of months without a job, and not only without a job, without a prospect of a job, without a phone call or anything for a couple of months. But I'll tell you, I learned a whole lot more during that time than I did in 2010 when we won the national championship. And hopefully someday, if my daughter's ever in that situation and her husband loses his job, I hope she'll say, you know what, I remember when that happened to my daddy, and let me tell you how we handled it. And if it happens to my boys, I hope they'll be able to walk through it and say, you know what, God took care of us then in our family, and this will be fine too.
Before you go, make sure you check out the Father Effect Show, where I have interviewed some fascinating, influential, and sometimes ordinary people with extraordinary stories. And remember, your life is your legacy, and what you do and say every day is impacting your family and the generations to come. See you next time on the Father Effect Show.